Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Just a quick update. Now it's June, so haven't made a video for a couple of weeks, but I have been training. Training's going really well. I did an 8-week time trial training plan on Zwift. So at the start of the training plan back in March, I did a FTP fitness test, and I didn't know what I was going to get, what score I can get, because I hadn't done one for a while. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be, but wasn't as good as I was hoping, because I was doing a lot of running over winter, but it didn't, like, the fitness you get from running doesn't transfer well over to the cycling. So your heart's okay, but you're using different muscles and you're in a different position. So it wasn't a bad score, but it wasn't great. So it was a good place to start from. So I trained then for 4 weeks, and after a while the training sessions were okay. I was completing all of them without any major difficulties. So I thought at the halfway point I'd do another FTP test, and I actually improved by 15 watts. So that might not be a big improvement, because maybe I just underperformed on the first test. So the second test was just 15 increase, but that means then for the next 4 weeks I was training a little bit harder, because it all steps up a little bit. And then it wasn't even at the very end of the training plan. It was just, there was a Sunday where I think I had 1 or 2 sessions left, but I hadn't trained the day before, so I was fresh, and I thought today's a good day of doing another FTP test. So I did another FTP test, and I'd improved another 15. So over the 8 weeks I actually improved by 30 watts. I also lost body weight, not just from the training, but because of diet and training and other training plans and sessions. So I'd lost weight, so my power and fitness have gone up, plus my weight's gone down. So that means then my power to weight ratio has increased even more, because it will increase if you just lose weight, it'll increase if you add power, but if you do both, then you increase it even more. I also, the last 4 weeks of the training plan was so hard that your heart rate works at a certain zone, so my VO2 max increased as well, which is good. I went for one run that I'd done before, and I didn't think I was going to get very good, because I hadn't run for 4 weeks. So I went out, not a mega fast pace, but I went out quite hard, and I came back and I thought it was rubbish. I thought in my head that my pacing was miles behind what I was doing in January or February, which is crazy really, because in January, February there was snow, so I thought I'd have been way faster. But it turns out I was actually not bad. I was just looking at the average total pace, not the average moving pace, because I had to stop because there was a few people walking down the canal path where I run, and there was a bike, and I had to cross the road a couple of times. So actually the moving pace wasn't far off the other run I did, which I was comparing it to. But the good news is my heart rate was a lot lower, and calories burned and estimated sweat loss and things was a lot lower. So even though the pace was not far behind it, I didn't have to try so hard to do it, which is really good. So the last couple of weeks, so my FTP's gone up, my weight's gone down, so my power to weight ratio has gone up, my running's gone up and my weight's coming down, my heart rate's gone down, VO2 max for running and cycling's gone up. So for the last couple of weeks, last couple of days, I've been in and out now of what training plan to do. So I did do a couple of, what's they called, Zwift Academy bike rides, and they're quite hard. So the other day I was still thinking of what should I do. So I did a ramp test. Now, ramp fitness test is a bit different to the FTP test. FTP test is you just go 20 minutes as fast as you can. If you get it wrong at the start, you'll suffer at the end. If you go too slow at the start, you won't get a good enough score at the end. So what I did was I went 15 minutes constant pace, and then every minute after that try to increase it. But then the sprint at the end, if you just went a bit faster altogether, you might have got a better score altogether. You might not be able to catch up what you've missed, if you know what I mean. But with the ramp test, is every minute it increases. Starts off real easy, increases, and after about 15 or 16 minutes, you'll start to get to a level where you're suffering, and then all of a sudden you'll fail. And then when you can't pedal anymore, you stop, and it works out from the last minute you were trained what your FTP is. You can't just cheat and start it off easier. Start off at a harder level and then just do 9 minutes and work out the last 1 minute. You've got to do the whole start from a good level and work your way up. So I actually increased my FTP even more. So it's gone from something like 230, I think it was at the beginning of the 8 weeks, to 278, I think it was. So increased quite a bit. My best ever is a bit confusing really, because it was 308, but that was actually the 20-minute score. You got to then work that out to the hour score. But for some reason on my Garmin, on the app, it's recorded my 20-minute score as my hour score, which isn't right. So it's not far off actually. I'm not far off my best hour score, and I'm not far off as well my best watts per kilogram. Currently, so it's about 3.5. It was my birthday on Monday. Today's Friday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, today as well. Haven't been on mega diet, so my weight's gone up a little bit. A couple of weeks ago it went down to 173. It's gone back up again to 180, so not as high as what it could have been, considering I haven't been strict on my diet, but it's not as low. So if I did go back down to 173 and I can still do the same fitness test score, my FTP would be even better. But I'm not sure. If you lose weight by starving yourself, you got no strength. So if I do gradually, then hopefully it's okay. Another fitness thing today was we went for a hill walk. If you're from where I live, or if you just Google it, it's a place called Rodney's Pillar. So there's a big hill, and the top of it is a pillar that someone built years ago to memory somebody or something. And there's a car park at the bottom of it, and you follow the hill forest track. It doesn't go straight up, it like wraps around the back of it, and then when you get to the top there's a steep bit. And then we spent about 1 or 2 minutes at the top and then back down again. So walked up it really fast and then ran down it. Last time we did it, same thing, we walked up fast, ran down it. It was in March the 6th, I think it was, and moving time was 1 hour and 9, but total time was 1 hour and 18. So that was the time to beat today. Today we did moving time was I think 1 hour and 11, and no, moving time was 1 hour and 5, and total time was 1 hour and 11. So we got up there like I think it was 3 minutes faster on the watch. Spent less time up there because last time I had to take my coat off and put it in my bag, and then we ran down a little bit faster. So on the way up, something like 16 or 17 minute miles. On the way down, I think they're like 8.5 to 10 minute miles. You can't go really fast. There's that many stones and rocks and stuff, you just twist your ankle, so don't want to go too fast now. It was quite hot, no drinks. So that's another thing. My running's okay, my cycling's okay, my walking's okay. I am training for, well, it's a bit too late to be training for it, but the Across Wales walk, which is the end of this month, that's 48 miles. I'm probably going to be aiming for something like 14 hours. So sort of training for that without injuring myself, just getting used to it really. You can't really improve much fitness in a month, but my running's good, my walking's good, my biking's good. Swimming, I've been doing a bit of that. So as long as I can keep my weight down and my fitness up to the end of the month, hopefully that should be it. I'm going to wrap that up now. I won't be able to upload this till tomorrow, so Saturday, maybe even Sunday, because I'm in a hotel. I'm filming on GoPro with 4K, so I'm going to have to take my GoPro home, put it onto my laptop, and then my laptop can edit the video and upload it. If I did it to my phone now, it would take ages, and I'm going out in a minute, and then the hotel Wi-Fi is rubbish, so it would never upload anyway. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'll upload it in a couple of days, but that's just a little update. Fitness is going well. Stay tuned, and see you again soon.